Now, do you know the difference between a drone cell and a regular worker cells? Yeah. The drone cells, the tops of them are higher.
Oh, okay.
They come up to a peak. The peak is bigger.
Like these ones in the center here. Like over to the side where you're thinking.
Don't move so fast. Now, let me see what's on the other side.
Sorry, I was just trying to do it.
Here's some
Yeah, those are
raised up.
Okay, those
See
are
how high
drones.
they are?
Yeah. But these on the other side, these are workers in the center there?
Yeah, the workers
Yeah.
on this side.
But those high ones, those were drones.
They're drones, right. The drone has only one purpose.
Yeah, to mate with the queen, right?
Sure, after he finishes that, then he's dead meat.
Take a look for the next one.
It looks like a healthy drone.
My finger's stuck, sorry. That's all worker brood.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's see what we got on the other side.
And that big guy right down there, that's a
Drone.
That's a drone. Okay.
Yeah.
He is a big sucker, isn't
And
he?
they're the ones that they call princes too, right? Didn't they say that at the class?
Got me.
See this guy
Yeah,
Yeah.
here? See this cell here?
Yeah. So that's a drone.
Well, you have just the right
that
amount.
looks good. See, I don't see no beetles either, which is good.
Yeah, the mites.
Hive beetles.
And should I move them back?
A little. That's good.
You're doing good. You have the assurance already.
We're going to put them all back the way they were
Okay.
when we're done.
You don't want to move some of these bigger frames toward the end and put the empty ones?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I would say so. Put some of the empty ones toward the middle.
No, not towards the middle.
Well, toward the further in, so they can draw them out.
Really?
Well, it's a great place here. You have everything that they want.
Okay.
Need a pond, right?
Well, you know what you can do is take an old lid out of from a pail or a garbage can.
Yeah.
You think the location's
Put it out
pretty
here
good?
and put water in it.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, cool.
That
So
was
they
the
don't
only
have
thing.
access to drink. Put a rock in the middle
So
of
they
it.
can get out. Yeah.
There's a lot of dead beetles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said they sprayed the
Yeah,
chemicals.
but those are brown beetles. That's why I like these beetles. I like the entrance
Yeah, I know. I think I'm going to get one.
Oh,
After we talk.
I'll give you. We've got 2 of them. Or
Oh, you
3.
need
We're not
jars.
using them.
Yeah. We've got jars.
Don't buy them. I'll give you a couple. If I'd known you want, I would have brought them with me. See, look at the honey capped over.
Oh, so that's honey right there.
That's the honey capped over. And
Okay.
they started up here.
Yeah. So, and that's a lot of worker brood.
No.
Look, see the honey. See, this is the nectar in here.
Okay. So what
See
I'm
the
feeding
liquidy
them.
part? Yeah.
Yeah.
The liquidy part. What they do is they fan it to get all the moisture out. When all the moisture's out and it's thick, it
No,
becomes
it's
this
crunchy.
that they are.
Yeah, that's their supplies for the winter.
That's on the other side.
Looks good. Okay.
Okay. Lots of pollen. Quite a few things of pollen.
Yeah, it was 2 days after they sprayed, there was like a pile of 30 or 40.
Really? Sorry, I probably didn't see nothing there.
brought you those feeders if I known
Yeah,
you
that's
wanted
good.
them.
To the other side quick. I don't want to stay here too long.
Yeah. So lots of honey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're capped on this.
Good.
Okay, now bring that one over a little bit. This way. Now, the first one you took off,
Yeah.
which is this is,
The second one is.
yeah, was there any, no, take the one that, the one at the end there. Yeah, now, you see how it's bowed out here?
Yeah, I know. They don't like
Let's
that.
push it in if we can. So it's straight. I don't want the key to it.
You know, they're making propolis wax on the inside of that, Robert, right here.
Yeah,
Should it be scraped off?
well, it could be.
Yeah,
This right here?
Yeah.
Should
this.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if they're there,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Right.
Can I just let it fall? Or should I fall?
Yeah. Just let it, they'll take it out and they'll recycle it.
Okay, I think that's it.
Here.
Okay. Tell where I squished them. Sorry, guys. And I probably have a better frame in the barn.
You want me to go grab one?
Should we switch it out for another one, you think, Bob?
Put it in this way.
Okay.
All right, let's pull all these this way.
Okay.
Over against that one.
So, should I have these pieces of wood, like, touching? Yeah? Okay.
Now, don't crush the beam in here.
I know, I'm trying to.
Okay. Go slow to get out of the way. No, I don't see any evidence of any problem.
Okay.
They all look good.
So, you don't think I need to put another hive body on yet?
No.
Okay.
Not just yet, but it won't be too long. When those other bees hatch out, I'd like
Yeah.
to see a different feeder though.
Okay.
Oh, you're true.
We'll,
I'll bring you ours.
when are you coming over our way again?
Well, we are going to actually run errands in the afternoon.
Yeah, why don't you stop by and we'll
Could
give
I?
you those
Okay.
bases. You know where we live.
Yeah, I know you guys are on Kilman.
All right.
Okay, yeah, that would be great.
And you can get rid of those.
That's a detriment. Those feeding that way is not
Yeah.
good.
I was concerned about robber bees. They got me from that class. I was like, oh no, how am I going to know if there's robbers?
Enough bees for protection.
Yeah.
Well, that seems to be pretty straight, that one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this one's...
Okay, good.
I didn't do that bad putting them together, but every once in a while I
Who
got
put
one.
it together?
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, you can do that.
And now that they're new,
Tighten it up.
Yeah.
now that they're new bees, they have to have enough to eat.
All right,
So
that's good. Now,
you
some
keep
people
the-
will say you should separate them.
Yeah, I was concerned about
But
putting them together
my
and having
theory
them
is
enough room.
pack them.
Yeah? Okay.
They build straight.
Alright. Is that some sort of beetle right there?
where?
Right here?
Except no.
Yeah, it's a drone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good boy.
I'm gonna beat the kids stick. Drones.
Yeah.
No sitting.
Does it look like he's covered in
Sugary
Leave
dad.
lush.
Huh?
A sugary dad.
Okay.
See, I don't like this type of feed.
All right. Who said that?
Yeah, well, I would love to borrow one. That would be amazing.
Another for the duration.
What is the ratio of sugar to water that you're making?
So it's I do 2 pounds of sugar. I mean, because this is like a 3-gallon thing, or more, I'm not sure. So I'm doing like 2 pounds is about like 2.5 feeders, so I do pretty much a 1-to-1. So
Now,
it's, yeah.
now when you
Yeah.
come back, when you put those other feeders on, you're going to take this one off.
Yeah.
And you're going to put the screen down on there.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Now, when you do that, take a couple of little pieces of wood
Okay.
and set them on one end of this. So when you put the cover back on,
There's some room up there.
there's room for airflow in and out.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, just a little shim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Should we take the shim out of the entrance way, do you think?
Well, when you put the other feeder on,
Okay, just down here where they're all coming in. You mentioned that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When you go in it again.
Yeah.
yeah, because that's going to take up the feeder's going to take up a lot of that space.
Yeah. So I'll have
So
it
you
completely
can take
open.
that out of there because they're going to be busy
Yeah.
once they get going.
Do you have jars?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the jars fit on top of it.
It's just a
and
quart,
you just
right?
poke, and you poke holes in the lid of the
Yeah.
jar.
Little
Okay.
pinholes.
And
Fill
then
it
it's just
up.
a little thing.
Right. You take the jar and you fill it up with your sugar mixture. Poke little holes all around the lid. Screw it on tight.
Okay.
And then you turn it upside down and you set it on the feeder that I've got.
Okay. And it just kind of fits
It
right
drips.
in.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you ever get to the point of whereby you're taking that body off of the bottom frame,
Uh-huh.
you should turn that around
Okay.
so that you have access to that tray from the back.
From the back. Okay. I didn't realize that it was backwards.
Well, that's what that tray is for. You put stuff in it so that it'll trap beetles.
Yeah, the
But
varroa.
you don't have any.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
beetles
good.
too,
Yeah. Okay.
and varroas.